Just wanted to ask firstly about team news, any fitness updates after the international break?
Look, not too many. We've got a couple today that we're just having an assessment on, so I'll know more by the end of training today. And we know obviously with Maddie and Vicky and Jory, they're not too far away. So this game was a bit too early. Okay, for Maddie, she's a little bit more long term, but for the other two, it was just this weekend was just a bit too early.
What has training looked like this week? Has there been a good atmosphere? I know you've been training at the Amex a little bit.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a nice week to have everyone back, especially after the international break. Tuesday we were able to go and train in front of the fans, which was a very nice day. A good training session as well, and to have that fan interaction and their support throughout it, and cheering the girls on. I think that was excellent in terms of preparation for the week, especially that we play tomorrow at the Amex. So hopefully all the fans are back there and plenty more to help us in which no doubt will be a tough game.
And how much are you looking forward to being back at the Amex? Because you've had a couple of positive results there so far this season.
Look, yeah, it is nice. It is nice, but I don't really care where the game's played. Not to disregard anything, but it's just it is what it is. Sometimes wherever we are, wherever that may be, that we don't make excuses. We know that tomorrow there are no excuses. We're in a beautiful surroundings in our stadium, and I think especially after the last two performances there, and our home record has been quite good. So we want to keep that going and have a really good performance tomorrow.
And then, what have your preparations looked like this week? What are you expecting from Liverpool?
They've changed a little bit since the managerial change, so they've adapted a few little different things. Still sort of play in possession in a similar manner, where it's a little bit more transitional. They've got very dangerous players in the forward line. They're well organised, so we know the sort of game it'll be. They're aggressive. They're without the ball, they're also very good. So we have to be fully focused. We know the areas where we want to play and how we want to play and what we need to do. So now it's just about, can we be switched on mentally for 90 minutes and execute? And I think if we do that, then, it shapes up to be a really good game.
And then I just wanted to ask about Michelle, because she kind of really made a name for herself, like from an England point of view, with that goal against Belgium. Were you surprised at all with that finish?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's something she does with regularity here as well. She's got a beautiful strike. She knows how to hit a ball. She's dangerous. She possesses a lot of weapons, and she'll be no doubt a household name, I think, sooner rather than later, if she isn't already, especially after that goal. But she's still very young. I think we need to not put too much on her shoulders. She's going in the right direction. She's learning a lot this season. There's been many ups and downs, which will always be the case when you're young. And, from my side, it's about helping her, giving her the right, not surroundings, but the right environment and the right time with the right development to inevitably succeed when she does play. When she's out there, that it gives her the opportunity. So she's learnt a lot, even if we simplify it and talk about even just a warm-up to come onto the field, how that needs to look, what intensity needs to be at, how you need to get your heart rate up to step in, to play, to be straight into a game. So, and you learn all these things through experience. So being younger, you're learning things for the first time, but, she's been really, really good. She's learned some stuff as well. So, and she'll come out a better player, and one that will be, I'm sure there'll be a lot of kids wearing her jerseys in the not too distant future.
From your point of view, what does her potential look like? What's her ceiling?
Look, I think she has everything to be one of the best strikers in the country for sure. She possesses all the right tools. We've seen how she can finish. She has that ability with a touch, and that her first sort of actions. But even if that's later in the game, it's still a beautiful goal, regardless how long you've been on the field. So it's about now developing the brain, that side of the game, and her impact and the position she takes up, and how without the ball as well, what are the demands, what do we need to see as well. So she's taking in a lot of information. She's working hard. She's staying back after training to improve herself. So I'm really pleased with her, and and she got and it's the thing, you get lucky when you work hard, and she has been, and she got the call up late. She was prepared, and she grabbed it with both hands. So we're all really pleased. But now it's, again, that's, the message is you haven't made it now. That's only day one. You've got the first cap, but I think, the goal is I want to have 100 caps. I want to have 150 caps. I want to be there consistently, and that's the same for her. That's the same for Maisie. That's the same for all of our players. So when you do something once, that's where the hard work now begins.
Coming off the international break, your first senior call-up, what was that like?
Yeah, it was so cool to go away. I really enjoyed it. I felt like I really enjoyed the time away, and I've learnt a lot from being away as well. So it's nice to come back and feel a bit at home here.
And has that kind of just added a bit more fuel to the fire to try with these remaining games for Brighton in the season to push yourself as hard as you can to get into the England squad for the Euros?
Yeah, I want to just keep doing what I'm doing for Brighton and hopefully keep pushing on, and that will put me in a good place to go away again, hopefully.
And then for this weekend, what are your expectations for Liverpool?
That they'll be a very good side. They're in good form. They're always a tough side to play, very physical, very fast. So I expect a really tough game, but I think we've got everything we need to win.
How much are you looking forward to getting back to the Amex and playing?
Yeah, I love playing at the Amex. All the girls do. It's like all the build-up, having the lovely changing rooms, going out on the pitch is perfect. Everything about it is, we all look forward to it. So, yeah, I'm really excited.
And did I see that you've been training there this week?
We trained there on Tuesday this week, so there was a few fans there as well, which was really nice to have them around and watching and cheering and stuff. So yeah, that was really nice.